All right, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight, the ESR Red Eye Super Late Models come to the famous Eldora Speedway. My name is Brett Wheeler. Thank you for joining us here on this Thursday morning, Wednesday night, Thursday afternoon, wherever you are watching from around the world. We hope you enjoy the coverage coming off last week at Limaland. 60 laps, green to checker. Who would have ever thought that we would have 18 cars at Limaland go the distance? Well, what has Eldora Speedway got in store for us here tonight? We'll find out. Of course, we will be back in just a moment's time. We've got a minute 20 left in this practice session. We're going to go out and do some promoting of the race, and we're going to be back in just a few moments' time with your ESR Red Eye Super Late Model League. All right, we are back and ready for qualifying here. Of course, don't forget, like, shares, guys. All that stuff will get you on the top of the page, top right hand corner. We say good evening and welcome to everybody. Hello, Chad Bowen. Hello, Brianna and Blake Garrett in the house tonight, as we are ready for qualifying here from Eldora Speedway. Take a look at some of the drivers on the racetrack. Grant Riles in car number 16. Chad Prescott immediately to position number 1 with quick time of the 16.098. 16.098. Grant Riles. 7th quick here with a 16.410. We've got some man that's had a bit of bad luck up and down over the first 4 rounds. He's in the D1RT entry in the 999. It's Dylan Fox. Dylan Fox in the 999. Chad Prescott still quick time. Dylan Wilson 2nd quick. Rocky Battenfield is 3rd quick. David Sutton 4th. Trevor Fitz rounds out your top 5. And I think they might have been in contact with the wall with Dylan Fox, and he's slowed up big time. So we'll have a look at another driver on the racetrack in the Bad Motorsports Team Bad entry. It's the 09 of David Lambie. Was 5th quick, now gets shuffled back to 6 as Kevin Deadman goes quick time. Lucas Chowning 2nd quick. Oh boy, some heavy hitters. Evan C., your feature event winner from last week at Limaland Motorsports Park. How will he fare here at Eldora Speedway? 2nd quick with a 16.038. Dylan Fox, here he is. We'll see if he can get a lap time in this time by. In the D1RT 999 entry, we wait on a time. 13th quick, a 16.273. On the speedway now, in car number 49, it's Gary Peck. 25 drivers, I think. 25 signed into the pit area for tonight. Gary Peck is going to go 15th quick. Kevin Deadman, who is quick time with a 15.996. He went 1/1000th of a second better than his previous lap time, and he is still the only driver into the 15-second bracket. Everybody else 16 seconds or worse into the 16s. In fact, looking at it, between 1st and 18th for the drivers that have taken a time, make that 1st and 19th, you're looking at 0.6 of a second. Chris Swanson in the 171 car. In the black, number 8 or 171 goes 18th quick with a 16.523. There is Mr. Blake Garrett in the 257 entry. Blake Garrett 13th quick. I want to give a shout out to a guy that's over in the west coast part of America who is tuning in, a friend of Todd Stanton over at Full Velocity Racing Network. David Day, welcome into Ultimate Dirt TV. We hope you enjoy the coverage. Oh, if you put us on mute, we hope you enjoy the show that these boys are about to put on. So, welcome in to Ultimate Dirt TV. Dylan Wilson, Robert Fletcher still on the racetrack. Chris Swanson and Dylan Wilson just getting some extra laps in here from Eldora. We're going to go through your qualifying list right now. And it is Kevin Deadman with a 15.996 quick time. Evan C with a 16.038. Then you go back to Lucas Channing with a 16.074. Shad Prescott with a 16.098. And Dylan Wilson still on the racetrack with a 16.129. He sits position number 5. 6 is going to be Rocky Battenfield. 7th, Gary Peck. Trevor Fitz in 8th. David Sutton in 9th. And rounding out your top 10 is David Lamb. Of course, guys, like, shares, follows, all that good stuff. All the likes and follows comes up on the notifications on the top of the page, right next to the Ultimate Dirt TV logo, and just on the right side of the ticker as well. 11th, Ryan Diarty. Jeremy Capron in 12th. Blake Garrett, 13th. Grant Riles, 14th. 15th is going to be Chris Swanson. Dylan Fox in 16th. Tommy Rose, 17th. Dustin Hall, 18th. 19th is Robert Fletcher. And James Parisi rounds out your top 20. 21st is Benji Killian. And looks like we have one car that is just on the racetrack right now. In car number 60, he did not get a time in. That was Trace Williams. So we move on to heat race number 1. Three heat races on the program for tonight in your ESR Red Eye Super Late Model League. We'll take a look at your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid. Top 4 from the heat races. We'll move on to the main event and we'll take 8 from the B. But before we get to the B, we'll take a look at your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid. Starting on pole with the inversion in the 09 car, it's going to be David Lamb. On his outside in car number 49, Gary Peck will start position number 2. Inside row number 2 in car number 14, it's going to be Shad Prescott. Alongside him in car number 22 goes quick time this evening. We'll start on the outside of the second row. It's going to be Kevin Deadman. Starting position 5 in the inside row number 3 in the 257. It's going to be Blake Garrett. On his outside in the 999, Dylan Fox. And starting position number 7 in car number 77 will be Robert Fletcher and Hayden Cardwell. Not in the server, I don't believe. So that's going to be a tough night. If he was to jump into the server, he'd have to come through via your B main. So last week in the main event, if you haven't done so already, I suggest you go back and watch it. 60 laps around Lima Land Motorsports Park. There was, I think, 18 cars that took to the starting grid. 60 laps, green to checker, no yellows. And yes, yellows were on, by the way. Green flag is out. Here we go, heat number 1 of your ESR Red Eye Super Late Model League. We are green. David Lamb leads into turn number 3 and 4 on the opening lap here. He's got Prescott and Deadman sitting behind him right there, side by side. Deadman on the inside. Prescott right through the middle. Deadman looking down low. Then you go back to Blake Garrett, Gary Peck, Dylan Fox back there in position 6, and Robert Fletcher bringing up the tail of the field. Fox has a little trouble in the entry to turn number 3. He tries to catch the cushion through the centre of 3 and 4. And now down low, but meanwhile you races on for the race lead because here comes Kevin Dedman and Shad Prescott. They are all over the back of your race leader in the 09 car of David Lamb. Prescott rolling the cushion through 3 and 4. Looks like he lost a bit of time in 3 and 4 there. The bottom side might just be the place to be at the moment. Oh, Prescott again along with Fox all over the wall, but the battle is on for the race lead. Here comes Dedman on the inside of Lamb. Kevin Dedman, he is super quick right now. 4 down, 6 to go in heat race number 1, your ESR Red Eye Super Late Model League. Round 5, I believe this is. And Dedman rolls the bottom through turn number 3 and 4. Dylan Fox still trying to make it work up top. Top 4 to the main event. And right now, 3rd, 4th and 5th are battling 3 wide for a brief moment through 1 and 2. Blake Garrett sitting in the first spot outside of a transfer. Gary Peck holds on to the 4th and final transfer spot right on that bubble. Dylan Fox having a lot of trouble in 3 and 4. As now Garrett on the outside of Gary Peck. Can he make a run down the back straightaway? They go into 3 and 4. Garrett through the middle of the racetrack. Gary Peck down low. He comes up a little bit. They're going to make contact. Oh, Peck and Garrett making contact. Peck saves it. Garrett goes underneath him and put Blake Garrett into position number 4. So right now it's still Kevin Dedman with 2 laps to go. Leading from David Lamb. Then you go back to Shad Prescott in 3rd. 4th is going to be the 257 of Blake Garrett. Gary Peck in 5th. Then you go back to Dylan Fox in 6th. And Robert Fletcher rounds out this 7-car field. Most of the drivers down low. The only 2 drivers up top are the T1RT entry cars. That's Shad Prescott and Dylan Fox. But Kevin Dedman just making it look easy on the bottom side through turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out and we are done. Dedman, Lamb, Prescott, Garrett, Peck, Fox and Fletcher. Heat 1 complete. Well done to Kevin Dedman. Heat number 2, rolling onto the speedway, or about to roll off from pit road. We'll take a look at your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid. Starting on pole in car number 57, it's Ryan Diarty. On his outside in car number 28 in the D1RT entry, it'll be Trevor Fitz. Starting position number 3 in car number 80, Dylan Wilson. On the outside of the second row, your feature winner from last week at the Live LA Motorsports Park in car number 33, it's Evan C. Starting position 5 in car number 16, Grant Riles. On his outside in the TeamVLR.com, it's going to be the 38 entry of Tommy Rowe. Inside row number 4, out of position 7. He seems to be starting in this position a lot. It is not James Bond, but it is a 007 car of James Parisi. And starting at a position number 8 in car number 60, it'll be Trace Williams. That's a look at your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid for heat race number 2. Well, Jay, hope you enjoy the show, buddy. Sink a few BBs. I heard you had I seen you had a bit of a stumble last night, dropping some beers and whatnot, but drink responsibly. Here we go. Ryan Diarty, green flag is out. Heat number 2 of your ESR Red Eye Super Late Model League, presented by Ken Skins 3D Racing and Capron Screen Printing. Wilson and Fitz now side by side. Evan C, Grant Riles. There's 4 cars fighting it out for 3 transfer spots on the line at the moment. Your race leader out in front. Oh, C checks up. He's going to go back to position 5. Now he's got pressure from James Parisi in the 007 car. Races on for the race lead. Dylan Wilson will lead that lap. 0.033 of a second. Wilson inside. DRD outside. Wilson showing his experience right now on the bottom side. That's where Heat 1 was taken out from. Kevin Dedman certainly showed him the way around Eldora Speedway. 3 laps in, 7 laps to go. Meanwhile, We look at your fourth and final transfer spot. In car number 16, the red, black and white entry, it's Grant Riles. He's now got pressure from the Limaland race winner last week in the main event in car number 33, Evan C. Battle on for second as well. Trevor Fitz, Ryan Dianti. They're almost going to go side by side into turn number 3. C with a slide job on Grant Riles. Oh, James Parisi. Parisi's front bumper got into the left rear quarter panel of the 16 car in 3 and 4. Thankfully, the 16 didn't do too much to it. Fitz has gotten on by Ryan Dianti. That's for second. Third, it will be Dowdy in the 57. Then you go back to Evan C in car number 33. Just hanging on to a transfer spot at the moment. We are coming to 2 laps to go right now. And the 80 of Dylan Wilson, who was phenomenal in the opening couple of weeks. He has just been super duper fast. He makes his way through turn number 3 and 4. The white flag going to be displayed this time by Trevor Fitz, having a moment on the exit of turn number 4. Through the middle. It's a really wide open racetrack at the moment. And we are seeing a lot of drivers roll through the middle and the bottom side of the speedway. I expect maybe the top side to come in later on in the feature event. But Dylan Wilson going to get the job done. Second, going to go to Trevor Fitz. Ryan Dianti in third. Evan C. in fourth. Grant Riles, James Parisi, Tommy Rowe, and Trace Williams make up your 8-car field in heat race number 2. Thanks, Jay. Bailey, yeah, the D1RT boys are going strong. What's going on, Austin Jack? Steve, yes, it is so far been some good, clean racing here again. It's always, these guys are always putting on a show. Let's take a look at your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid for your final heat race of the night. As clean as you like. Starting on pole in car number 23, it's Jeremy Capron. On his outside in car number 97, David Sutton. Inside second row in the 097, Rocky Battenfield will start up alongside car number 47 of Lucas Chowning. Inside row number 3, the 171 of Chris Swanson will start position 5. At a position number 6 in the 331, it'll be Dustin Hall. And lining up out of position number 7 in car number 75, Benji Killian. So we get set for heat race number 3, the final 10 laps of heat racing distance here, presented by the ESR Red Eye Super Late Model League. You can find them on Facebook. Of course, big thanks to Ken Skins, Capron's Screen Printing, and 3D Racing. Let's make sure you check them out on their social media pages. Give them a like, give them a follow. And of course, while you're there, if you haven't done so already, give us a like and a follow. If you want to get your name on the stream up the top, hit the like button on the video. Of course, as always, you can send us some star donations as well. Down the bottom right where the chat box is, there is a little star. If you've got some free stars, feel free to send them over. Green flag is out. Jeremy Capron, David Sutton, Rocky Battenfield, your top 3. Top 4 now going to be Lucas Chowning on the inside of Battenfield. As Chowning going to move quickly into position number 3. Again, obviously watching the first 2 heat races of the night where the bottom side was certainly the place to be. David Sutton going to slide up a little bit. And here comes the 47 of Lucas Chowning. Sutton trying to roll through the middle of the racetrack, drifts up to the top of the racetrack in turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Battenfield on the inside, following the 47. Battenfield got a little tight on the exit of turn number 4. As Lucas Chowning now, he's going to move his way to position 2, and he sets his sights on the back of that number 23 car, Jeremy Capron. Of course, we watch the battle between Rocky Battenfield and David Sutton, the 297s. Rocky Battenfield's on the timing and scoring in the 097, but certainly got the 97 on that car along with David Sutton. He's the proper number 97 in the server. These drivers continue to go side by side through turn number 3 and 4. Battenfield going to pick up position 3 momentarily. They're still going to go side by side through 1 and 2. Battenfield a little tight on the exit of turn 2. Sutton grabs the wall. He goes up top and now looks for a run on the cushion. Will he drive it back down the racetrack? He tries to find the moisture. Rocky Battenfield moves into position 3 and slides up in front of David Sutton. Battle on for 5th and 6th. Meanwhile, Dustin Hall and Benji Killian. Dustin Hall in the red and yellow, 331. Benji Killian in the 75. Meanwhile, back up towards our 3rd and 4th place drivers, Rocky Battenfield and David Sutton, going to continue to go back at it. Sutton was a little low there on the entry into turn 1. Had to really check the car up. Meanwhile, that sent him got him a little tight. Lucas Chowning, meanwhile, in 2nd spot, 3/4 of a second behind your race leader in the 23 car of Jeremy Capron. We haven't shown Jeremy much on screen today because, well, out in front, all by yourself, he's certainly showing the way. We'll keep an eye on him over the last couple of laps. As these drivers now have 1.5 to go down the back straight away. And the Capron screen printing team, VLR.com, number 23 of Jeremy Capron, will receive the white flag first, half a mile around, 4 turns around Eldora Speedway. And he has not gotten away from the middle of the racetrack. In fact, now pulling a distance over Lucas Chowning. Out of turn number 4, ladies and gentlemen, Jeremy Capron going to go and find victory lane in heat race number 3. Lucas Chowning 2nd, Rocky Battenfield 3rd, David Sutton 4th, Dustin Hall 5th, Chris Swanson, in fact Benji Killian, and then Chris Swanson in 6th and 7th. But that is your heat race lineup done and dusted. All drivers going through to the main event. We'll have a 3-minute warm-up session. Of course, that'll give us time to thank a number of people. Of course, you can find these wonderful people and all their social media pages on our website. Head over to www.ultimatedirttv.com. From there, click on the sponsors tab and all these wonderful people from top to bottom. Wicked Cushion, wickedcushion.com. 19 Designs, go to 19designs.com as well. Big thanks to Drew Neal, does phenomenal paint jobs on all the cars that he produces. I want to thank Stephen McMillan at World of Thunder Racing League. We cover their leagues on a Sunday night. They run 2 nights a week, Sunday and Wednesday night. We cover Sunday night. The Full Velocity Racing Network covers the Wednesday night fixed UMP modified series. Of course, Dirt Leagues Australia. Again, Zach Phelan and Jordan McDonnell. Wonderful people, and glad to have them aboard and glad to have them as mates as well, because they run at a Wednesday night. They run the midgets up first, and then of course they do their 410 winged sprint car. So it's always a good show when you're watching Dirt Leagues Australia, of course, every 2nd Wednesday night. Sean O'Neill, thank you very much for the follow on Facebook. I appreciate it. Welcome in to the stream. Of course, I want to thank JR Productions and Media as well. James Rice does a phenomenal job as well with helping me behind the scenes, of course, getting a video done as well, hopefully. And of course, Black Diamond Motorsports, bringing you the Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid. In fact, go back to the JR Productions and Media. We'll have the JR Productions and Media finishing results as well. Of course, right after the main event. Of course, the main event, not sure how many laps it is. Let's have a look. Let's go to this screen right now. It's something different here on Ultimate Dirt TV.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Something different we're trying here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Of course, if you are tuning in for the first time, again, hit that like and follow button. Get your name on the top of the broadcast as well. See if we can get those notifications working, in fact. Not sure why it didn't come through for sure. Maybe you need to like the page, not just follow. And now we'll move on to our main event. 50 laps going to be the distance here at Eldora Speedway. 60 laps we did last week at Lima and Green to Checker, a lot smaller racetrack. How will these drivers tackle Rosberg Ohio as Eldora Speedway, the high banks of Eldora? Let's take a look at your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid. Rolling off on your front row in car number 23, Jeremy Capron. On his outside, car number 80 of Dylan Wilson. Inside row number 2, the 22 of Kevin Dedman. On his outside in the 09 car, it is David Lamb. Inside row number 3, the D1RT entry of the 28 car of Trevor Fitz. Alongside him in car number 47, it's Lucas Chowning. Shad Prescott in car 14 will start position 7 out of position number 8, the 57 of Ryan Diarty. Out of position number 9, the Team VLR.com entry 097 of Rocky Battenfield will line up alongside the 257 of Big Bad Blake Garrett. Evan C in car number 33. Can he go 2 for 2 in the past 2 weeks? Can he back it up after last week's win? He starts position 11. We'll find out in 50 laps. On his outside, the 97 of David Sutton. At a position 13, the 49 of Gary Peck will start up alongside Grant Rolls. At a position 14, in row number 8 on the inside, Dustin Hall will start 15th. On his outside, the 999 of Dylan Fox. At a position 17, the 007, James Parisi lines up alongside Benji Killian, Robert Fletcher and Tommy Rowe make up row number 10. Then we go back to Chris Swanson and Hayden Carbell not in the grid. And Trace Williams starts at the back in this 22 car field. It's time to get after it, boys. 50 laps on the board. Green flag is out here at Eldora. And we just seen Jeremy Capron win Heat 3 in the middle. He's now gone straight to the top side to take the line away from Dylan Wilson. Now back down to the middle. Through turn number 3 and 4. They nearly go 3 wide. In fact, they do. There's 3 wide in the mid-pack right now. We're right where Rocky Battenfield is. Meanwhile, back up front, there's still drivers fighting all over the racetrack. Dylan Wilson on the inside, looking for the race lead. Capron up top, slide jump, no. Wilson going to stick to the middle part of the racetrack. Capron back up on the outside, but Dylan Wilson going to lead lap number 2. We go back to Kevin Dedman in second. Third is third is fourth. Oh no, Prescott, C, Chowning, they all survived that one. They go 4 wide. Into turns 3 and 4. They're still 3 wide right now. Holy cow, they're 4 wide behind them. Now 2 rows of 3 wide action here at Eldora, and you can't say that these guys are not putting on a show. Blake Garrett in the 257 almost gets into the left rear quarter panel there of the 14. That's Shad Prescott. Oh, Peck, save it. He does. Everybody around him, they managed to stay off him. How good is the respect from these drivers? I said the top side might come in later on. It's there right now. We watched David Lamb on screen, the only driver inside your probably top 7 or 8 drivers that has run on the bottom side. Everybody else up top. Maybe the fact that he feels comfortable in the middle, or the fact that he can't get up to the top side of the racetrack. The 57 of Ryan Diarty clouded the outside wall in 3 and 4. Prescott now trying to move up the racetrack as well. Diarty into the wall. He comes off the wall. Blake Garrett up on the inside. Now move Garrett up into position number 7. Action aplenty right here from Eldora. Now Dedman. He's gone 3/4 way up the racetrack. David Lamb still a little bit lower. Now Prescott around the outside of David Lamb. Out of turn 2. They make their way out of turn number 4. And the 14, the D1RT entry. He goes back to the top side, as does Kevin Dedman. Driving down the racetrack was the 14 of Shad Prescott. Meanwhile, Dylan Wilson out by 2 seconds at the moment. Last week, we've seen 6 wide in lap traffic. If you remember this Eldora and late models. Someone nearly busted it up when they went 5 wide. Last week they went 6 wide. We're already seeing 3 and 4 wide here this evening in the main event. How is it going to play out? Well, we've still got another 40 laps to go. We've completed 20% of the race distance under green flag, and that's just a testament to these drivers. Garrett going to get around the outside of David Lamb just to the right of your screen, and Ryan Diati was there as well. Meanwhile, Prescott was looking to the inside on Kevin Dedman in 3 and 4. Garrett now trying to fend off the charge from the 57 of Ryan Diati. They go 3 wide into turn number 3 and 4 once more. Diati through the middle. Lamb on the bottom side. Garrett on the top side. Who says super late models aren't fun to watch at Eldora? Geez, the guys here at the ESR Red Ice League, they have put on some fantastic shows. This is week 5. As there is second place driver Jeremy Cape, and now we go back and look at Shad Prescott now trying to make a move on Kevin Dedman. There was some good 2 and 3 1 action behind him. Prescott through the middle, Dedman 3/4 way up the racetrack, then Blake Garrett was on the cushion through the middle of 3 and 4. Decided just to come back down just a little bit, slide job. No, Prescott realizing he wasn't going to get clear of the 22 car. That's Kevin Dedman in the orange, black and white entry. Just in front of him is 3rd place. That's the podium spot. The 28 car of Trevor Fitz. Let's go back through the field. Look at it. Oh no, Evan C into the back of Grant Riles. That's going to trigger a caution. Oh no. First caution we've had in the past 76 laps over the past 2 weeks. That is an outstanding performance from these drivers. Let's take a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. So keep an eye on Evan C in the 33 in the orange, white and green. You just see even that car just checked up a little bit. He got such a good run through turns 1 and 2. Here we go. We got some onboard shots thanks to Black Diamond Motorsports. Just listen to the motor. You'll hear him get out of it. He was still on the throttle, but he did back out of it. I'll give him credit. So this is on board the 33 of Evan C, the last week's feature winner. Right, let's go back and take a look at the onboard shot here of Grant Riles. This is looking at the back of the 16 car. Contact just there. Well, this might even be a better shot right now. It's Black Diamond Motorsports once again. No, it's not over. We've still got another 30 odd laps to go. 30 laps to go, Jay. Well, we're going back to green flag racing here from Eldora. As the field was double file restart. The Delaware double file restart. Dylan Wilson, Jeremy Capron, Trevor Fitz, your top 3. Shad Prescott in 4th. Blake Garrett, Kevin Dedman side by side for 5th. Behind them, Dylan Fox. Dylan Fox has come from deep in the field. I think position 16 from memory. Garrett now trying to work the bottom side, trying to slide up. David Lamb falling back. But he's having a good battle with Lucas Chowding and Ryan Diati. Holy cow, that scared the crap out of me. What was that? Thanks, Jay, for the stars. Thank you very much, our first star donator. In fact, oh, Dedman! Oh, no, keep it going. Diati got off the gas. David Lamb saves it. Holy cow. Jeez, what a half a lap that was. It all started in front. Now Fox, trying to put the move on Dedman. He slides up in front of him. He's nearly going to collect the wall, but catches the cushion with a big right rear tyre. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Let's take a look. Oh, it's the 171. That's Chris Swanson. Let's take a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. And it starts with the 007 of James Parisi. The 77 of Fletcher got him. Evan C. nowhere to go. David Sutton nowhere to go. And then the 171 of Chris Swanson also nowhere to go. Just absolutely flying in, and of course, unfortunately, again, we'll take a look here on the 171 of Chris Swanson to see it happen in front of him just there, but by that time, it was all over. All she wrote. Alright, back under yellow flag conditions here for the second time. The lights out. Next time by on the iRacing.com official pace truck. So again, thank you very much for the stars. If you've got some free stars, feel free to send them on over. Down the bottom right next to the chat, you'll see a little star. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on Twitch, there is a donate button, of course. And for our YouTube following as well, there is a donate somewhere in the link, maybe, I think. You can just head over to our Facebook page. I don't even know why that didn't show up on the notifications. I have to get that fixed somehow. Holy crap, and another 200. Jay, thank you very much, brother. Appreciate it. Dylan Wilson. As the lights out on the iRacing.com, we're going to complete lap number 27 when we go green flag racing. 23 to go, 2 yellows so far. Dylan Wilson, pace truck is in, green flag is out. Jeremy Capron stuck on the outside line. Here comes Trevor Fitz. Trevor Fitz with a slide job into one. We've still got there, but we're going to go to that, I reckon, because these drivers are staying on the gas. So, go the overlay. Nice work. Prescott now looking to the inside on his teammate Trevor Fitz, and then another teammate. Oh, Dylan Fox on the outside. Blake Garrett trying to make it work on the bottom side of the racetrack as well. You still see the drivers just fighting for a top, bottom, middle groove no matter where they go. They are just trying to find a way by the next opponent that is in front of them. So right up on the wall. I'm expecting maybe the bottom side to come in or come. Oh, Blake Garrett almost got turned by Kevin Dedman. And that forces Garrett to the low side and forces him to use the slider line in one. And Dedman turns it underneath him now. Kevin Dedman looking for position 6 again. Dylan Fox, meanwhile, he's up to position 5. They're nearly 3 wide again. David Lamb and Lucas Chowning now run side by side into turn number 1 and 2. Lamb on the bottom side, Chowning on the top side, where a lot of the drivers are, I should say. Chowning goes through the middle. They nearly attempt to go 3 wide through the center of 3 and 4. We keep an eye on Dedman Garrett, but look at this battle for 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. It is just like an absolute freight train. Choo-choo! Dedman now. Sorry, Fitz. Slide job on Capron. Capron going to turn it back underneath him right through the slick up the line. It was nearly a dead heat into 1 and 2 now. Slider from Capron, and this is what you want to see. Slide job city. Population at the moment, Trevor Fitz and Jeremy Capron. Prescott all over the back of Capron as well. And Trevor Fitz, he's going to clear the number 23 car of Jeremy Capron. Prescott and Fox, man, you've really got to be on the ball. Certainly eyes open. Pucker up, ladies and gentlemen. 15 to go. Dylan Wilson out in front. Just an absolute man on a mission. Fitz, oh, Prescott into the wall. Fox had to get out of it, and now Fox is going to go down low. What can he find down low? There is a bit of moisture on the straightaways, but that is about it. Straight back to the top side of the racetrack. Dedman in 6th, Blake Garrett in 7th. Oh, yellow, yellow, yellow. I'm not too sure on that one. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate the 210 stars, brother. I'll tell you what, if I was ever a drinker, I'd be sinking down a few beers with you. Like I said, whenever you're up here next, brother, we'll definitely go out for a... I'll buy you a beer. Of course, guys, don't forget, like, shares, follows on our Facebook page and Twitch page. Of course, everything gets shown up. Still don't know why the stars didn't come up on the recent events. In fact, I probably know why they didn't. So Dylan Wilson, your race leader. We're going to have 10 to go, ladies and gentlemen. We will have 10 laps to go, and holy shit, you sent another one. The 171 blew his motor. Yeah, unfortunately, well, there was some heavy contact into one, or into three, sorry. And another 40, that's 250. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it big time. Pace truck in, Dylan Wilson getting set to go in 3, 2, 1. There he is. He's hard on the gas. Green flag is out. 10 laps to go here in the ESR Red Eye League for the super late models. And Fitz got a good start as well, but oh no! Oh my goodness! Prescott and Fitz. Prescott got into the back of Fitz, and there's big problems for both the 28 and the 14. The 28 is done. The 14's done as well. On board the 14, just there it is, ready. You're about to go for a ride, boys. Upside down. Take a look at some dirt and some clay. We'll get a shot from the front again. We'll have a few different camera angles. You hate to see it. And at this stage, there's nothing you can do. Hey Steve, thanks very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome in. Maybe, thank you very much for those 28 bits. Much appreciated. Welcome into the Ultimate Dirt TV channel. We hope you enjoy the coverage. And Bad, thank you very much as well. We appreciate it here. We appreciate all the support here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Pace truck is in. 6 laps to go. Can Dylan Wilson, can he hang on? He has now got Kevin Dedman in second. Dedman straight to the top side. Blake Garrett down low. Jeremy Capron. David Lamb around. Trigger another caution. So back to back cautions. And this will set us up for a 1-lap shootout, more than likely. Oh boy. It has all happened in the past 10 laps. I've had a lot of drivers come together, have some contact. But what this is now doing right now is this is setting us up for a 1 or 2 lap shootout. Lights still on. The iRacing.com official pace truck, which means lap 47 will be complete when we get the 1 to go. Lap 48 when they get the green. So 2 laps. A green, white checker incoming. Well, maybe thank you very much. Thank you very much for those kind words. As I said, much appreciated. And of course, thank you everybody else for coming out and watching and giving us the likes and shares. As I said earlier on today, if you haven't heard the milestone, we hit here 2,000 likes on Facebook. So again, thank you very much for the support. 2,600 followers as well, and it's pretty much been a one-man wrecking crew so far. We've covered it all. We've covered many a nights a week. We've had some, obviously, nights off due to medical issues, but we keep on fighting. We keep on fighting the good fight. And we just, you know what, we love all the support that we get here on Ultimate Dirt TV. So to everyone again, thank you very much. If you haven't done so already, hit that like or follow button as well. Of course, hit the subscribe button on our Twitch page, on our Facebook page, on YouTube page, Twitch page as well. 2 laps to go, 1 mile. Dylan Wilson, Kevin Dedman, green flag is out, and we are back underway for hopefully the final 2 laps. Wilson got to the top side. Dedman's got to run. Capron and Garrett as well. Garrett looking down low into turn number 3 and 4. They go 3 wide through turns 3 and 4. Capron through the middle. Garrett down low. Dedman on the top side. We race it to the start-finish line. 1 lap to go. Dylan Wilson now 2 turns away from victory lane. Can he put it on the front stretch through 3 and 4? He will do it. Dylan Wilson going to get the job done, but the battle is on for second. Dedman. Oh, Garrett snuck in third. What a drive by Blake Garrett on the bottom side. Holy cow. Woo. Dylan Wilson. He made it look easy. Take a look at your JR Productions and Media finishing results. Checking flag out on round number 5 of the ESR Red Eye League for the Super Late Models presented by Ken Skins 3D Racing and Capron's Screen Printing. Dylan Wilson goes to victory lane here at Eldora Speedway home. In second is going to be the 22 of Kevin Dedman. Third is going to be the 257 by 0.036 of a second. Fourth, it will be Jeremy Capeman, just missing out from the podium. Evan C., your feature winner from last week, comes home in 5th after going to the tail of the field at about lap 19, 15, somewhere around there. David Lamb home in 6th with a good drive. Lucas Chowding in 7th. 8th is going to be Ryan Diarty. Rocky Battenfield brings home a 9th place finish, and Gary Peck will come home in position number 10. Over the page, 11th is going to be Dustin Hall with Robert Fletcher home in 12th. James Parisi in 13th. Tommy Rowe in 14th. Trace Williams in 15th. Then we go back to Benji Killian in 16th. The final car on the lead lap. Then, of course, 17th on back were DNS. Grant Riles home in 17th. 18th is going to be Dylan Fox. 19th was Shad Prescott with Trevor Fitz home in position number 20. 21st was Chris Swanson, and David Sutton came home in 22nd place. Of course, Hayden Caldwell did not make the call for tonight's action. So we'll go down to victory lane and we'll try and chat with some of these drivers and how they feel after another round, or round number 5 of the ESR Red Eye Super Late Model League. We've got 1, 2, and 3 in. So immediately we are going to go downstairs. We make our way down to the front stretch and we'll chat with the driver that gets the job done here tonight in Caliber 80. It's going to be Dylan Wilson. Dylan, congratulations on a win. It was a dominating display from start to finish. Talk about how you're feeling right now.
Feeling pretty good. That was I don't want to say fun race, kind of boring up there, but kind of happy to be out front on the one groove track like that for sure.
Very different from the heat races. Heat races, you know, you won it on the bottom side. It was pretty much bottom and middle. As soon as you got to that feature event, I mean, lap number 1, Capron made it very clear that he was going to the top, and obviously in that warm-up session, that's obviously what you guys found, that the top side was the place to be.
Yeah, once you put feel in these things, they don't pull off the bottom as good as they do with 5 gallons in. So that's why you saw the bottom in the heat race work. I had no idea it was there. I mean, we went out for qualifying, and I think we were in the middle, and we were way off, and saw that in the heat they were running the bottom. So went to the bottom in the heat and figured with fuel and stuff, it wouldn't pull off the bottom, so we set it up for the top, and it worked out.
Well, over the 5 races so far, you pulled off a couple of wins. You certainly had some up and down form. It's just like, I guess, the way racing is. But you know, going into the final 3 weeks, it's certainly good momentum. And are you looking to continue this run for maybe a championship?
Yeah, we missed last week. I was on a cruise in the ocean, getting drunk every night, so that was fun. But we're probably out of it for points. But it looked like Kevin has it wrapped up. He's a good, clean racer. So if I'm mistaken and somebody else is there for points, my apologies. But last time I looked, I think Kevin was in the lead, and that's a good dude to win it if it comes down to that.
Oh, next question: will we see you over the next 3 weeks to maybe try and go and wrap up the series with with about 3 or 4 wins?
Yeah, I'll be here. It's a fun series. I like the group that runs it, and I like the group we race with. So, if I can be here with work and whatever, I will. But if not, then good luck to the competitors as the series finishes up.
All right, well, look, well done on finding victory lane here at Eldora, the ESR Red Eye Super Late Model League. Before we let you get out of here, of course, sponsor shout-outs, all that good stuff. Who makes it happen for you?
D1RT, we've been with them forever. Everybody knows the deal with them. Thanks to Rocket over there for having such a badass team. We got a lot of good drivers over there, and all my teammates that ran with us tonight. It would have been a good show at the end had those last couple restarts not worked. I guarantee you that. But thanks to those guys. Thank you to you, Brett, for broadcasting this deal, and ESR Red Eye League for putting this deal on.
All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Dylan Wilson, your victor here from Eldora for round number 5, I should say, of the Super Late Models. We'll chat to the driver that comes home in second place tonight. A bridesmaid once again. It's Kevin Debden. Kevin, congratulations on second. You might be a bridesmaid, but again, it's another good points haul towards the championship.
Yeah, man. This is, I think I finished second in all but maybe one race. So I'd love to win one of them, man. But I guess in the big picture, it's good to keep being consistent.
You've been so close so many times. Talk about, hang on, let me just change something here for a second. I was wondering why it kept cutting in and out. You've been so close so many times. You get a couple of yellows in the last sort of 10 laps. You set yourself up for a green, white checker. What goes through your mind into 3 and 4, knowing that you've got 2 laps to do it? You're on the place where you need to be. You're on the outside line. Did that sort of somewhat mentally give you an advantage, or knowing that you got to get the jump on Dylan to get to that top side in 1 and 2?
Yeah, it did, man. I knew I wanted to jump the start as best I could, but I didn't want to get a black flag and jump the start and then kill my points. So it was like I was kind of walking the tightrope. I felt like I got a pretty good start on him though, but Dylan was, my car was pretty tore up. I feel like I was lucky to get back to second, really. And Dylan was just, better car and better race than me. So kudos to him for winning the thing.
Well, you started on the inside of the second row, and you really had to work your backside off on a track again. As I said to Dylan, it's very different to what we had in the heat races. The heat races were down low. The feature event, you guys just went straight to the top side. I mean, did you find something in that warm-up session? Obviously, with the extra fuel, I think Dylan mentioned that with these heavier fuel loads, it's just that the top is the place to be.
Yeah, man. So I was super fast. I was hooked up on the bottom, man. Set quick time and everything, and came from fourth, I think, to win my heat race. That invert, I think, had I got to start first in the race, it might could have been a little bit different race. But then, yeah, I got trapped kind of on the bottom and fell back a little bit there at the start of the race and went back to I think I got back to sixth or seventh maybe at one point before I kind of got rolling and got going on the top side. So I would have loved to seen it stayed at the bottom, man, because my car felt really good down there.
Yeah, certainly, your dirty grass style car looked good everywhere it went. Well, congratulations again on another bridesmaid position, a second place once again in this series. You're certainly making a habit of it, but once again, we'll let you thank some people that need to be thanked.
Yeah, man. Thank you to Team VLR and Full Throttle Performance. Evan and Daniel had me hooked up and rolling all the guys over there. And also, Dirty Grass Soul, obviously. Y'all check us out on all the social media and music platforms. Slide Job Ranch and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And I think that covers everybody. Team VLR, FTP, appreciate it. Yeah, and you do a great job as always on the broadcast, man. And UDTV and ESR Red Eye League. This has been a blast to run it, man. And you do a great job, man. I was watching the race back from last week, Brett, and man, your commentary had me going, man. It was great.
When you have 60 green flag laps and you have drivers going 3, 4, 5 and 6 wide at one stage, I mean, it was nuts. I mean, you guys had a good run here tonight as well. I think you said 23 or 22 or 23 laps green flag before. Yeah, there was a couple of cautions late in the race. It's got to be pleasing knowing that you got a good bunch of guys around here that are able to string those good green flag, good long green flag laps in.
Yeah, man. I feel like there's probably close to 10 guys in here that'll probably wind up running in the World of Outlaws Pro Series here later on in the year. It's a great field of guys, and everybody in here races pretty clean for the most part. It's a great field of guys and enjoy racing.
All right, Kevin, congratulations on second place. And while continuing on this dominating points lead in the series so far, 5 weeks complete. I think just 3 weeks to go. So good luck for the final 3 weeks. And no doubt we'll catch you here on the podium over the next 3 weeks.
Thank you, Brett. Appreciate it, buddy.
There we go, Kevin Dedman in the Dirty Grass Soul, teamvlr.com, full throttle performance entry. We'll go down and chat with our final finisher, final podium getter here of the night in the 257K. It's going to be Blake Garrett. Blake, congratulations on a third place run. That was a heck of a run from you.
Yeah, it was, man. I wasn't really anticipating that after warm up. I felt really slow in warm ups.
Started deep in the field, started 10th. You had to make your way by cars on the top, bottom slider. I mean, you looked comfortable wherever you went, but I mean, on a track that was topside dominant, you're able to move forward.
Yeah, some of those cautions come by, and the moment to take a breath, I saw the tacky on the bottom. I just went on a gander. I just tried it. I know that one restart, Fox followed me down there, kind of held me lower than what I wanted to, but we missed the party up top in turn 2. I bet he's not sad that we missed it, but
You had a couple of late yellows there to really bunch this field back up again, knowing that really every spot is on the line is crucial when it comes to the points championship. Going into that final last restart, how did you approach that, knowing that it was only 2 laps?
well, I was talking to the boys, Kevin and Capron. I told them I thought the bottom might be where it was at, and I was just going to stick down there for the last 2 laps. And I know when we came to the line, me and Capron, we were pretty close.
Yeah, I think it was .036 at the line. So certainly an exciting finish, and a track, as I said, topside dominant. But I mean, what did you guys do, in that warm up to pretty much put it from the bottom to the top?
Well, Evan hooked me up with a hell of a setup, and I changed it a little bit, added a little bit more side bite, and I just felt more comfortable on the top. I didn't hit the wall as much, and it was just digging.
How tough is it to try and put a consistent laps together on the top side on the cushion, especially when it gets very bumpy, but also when you're centimeters away from the wall?
Oh, it's very tough. You're not only centimeters from the wall, but you're centimeters from the guy in front of you, the guy behind you. It's just a lot of trust. These guys, best of the best in racing. There's a lot of trust, and we know who we're running with. So,
Well, third place run here tonight after starting in position number 10. A heck of a drive from yourself. But of course, before we get out of here, sponsor shout-outs. I'm sure there might be someone you might want to say hi to as well.
yeah, my wife's in here watching. She don't watch much, but she watched tonight. So I want to thank her for letting me run iRacing, and as much as I run it, I know she don't like it all the time. Beefcake Esports, I like to thank them for coming on board this year. They've helped me out a lot, definitely with my wife's medical problems. Come on and help me out get through some of these payments for inter races. Team VLR, just fast group of guys. Good to run with all of them. Of course, Full Throttle Performance. They always make these sets, and they're always just blazing fast. I thank all them guys. Super Moon for always making 257 look good. And that's about all of them.
All right, Blake. Well done on a third place run here tonight at Eldora.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks for the broadcast, and thanks to David Lamb and ESR for putting us on.
All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That was Blake Garrett, your third place driver here tonight from Eldora in the ESR Red Eye Super Late Model League. Round number 5 is complete, as your winner in caliber 80 was Dylan Wilson. That will conclude tonight's broadcast, and that will conclude our broadcast up until Sunday night. Sunday night, the return of the World of Thunder Super late models and 360 sprint cars. The KDC Home Improvements 360 sprint cars up first at about 6:20, 6:15 Eastern. And then we'll have the Ohio Freshwaters Adventures Super late models up at about 8:15 p.m. Eastern on the Sunday night for the Australians. It'll be Monday morning around 9:15 and 11:15 a.m. Sydney time, AEDT. So if you want to come back and stick around for that one, please do so. If you're watching on our Twitch page, hit that follow button. We thank you for the support. Mavi8, thank you very much for those bits on Twitch as well. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Make sure the bell on the Get Notifications tab is on as well. Of course, if you're watching on our Facebook page, we thank you for the support. Chris Blaney, I believe that is. Thank you very much for the follow. Chris Blanton, excuse me. I apologise, Chris. Thank you very much for that follow. Hit the like and follow button. As I said, we've just reached a milestone. Over 14 months, it's a one-man army. It's 2,000 likes, 2,600 followers. So a big thank you to everybody that tunes in anytime. Your support is much appreciated, for the likes, for the thumbs up on the videos, the shares, the stars, the donations. Jay, thank you much for the stars as well. Thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure. Of course, a shout out to David Dave. He's still in the chat. David, we hope you enjoyed the show. A friend of Todd Stanton and the guys over at Full Velocity Racing Network. They cover one of our sponsors leagues, the World of Thunder Racing League. And of course, our sponsors as well, Wicked Cushion, 19designs.com, World of Thunder Racing League, Dirt Leagues Australia, JR Productions and Media, and Black Diamond Motorsports. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, we hope you enjoyed the show, and we hope to see you back on Sunday night or Monday morning if you're in Australia or New Zealand. Keep an eye on our Facebook page on when we're going to be going live. And until next time, keep it ultimate and leave the speeding to the racetrack. Chris, welcome in, and we say good night.